So here it is, the song I wrote about Joe Bussard many years ago.
I may have to run out on you. I got Mother Nature's really grinding down there.
Well, you want to go do that now, or you want to wait?
It's not ready yet.
Okay, if Joe leaves to take a shit, that'll make it even better. It'll make it more earthy and natural. Here we go.
Sitting on
Way out in the western hills of Maryland lives a feller named Joe Bussard. He's got quite a collection of them old 78 records. He's got country, jazz, and blues. He's a card. He told me country music died in 1955. Jazz made it to 1934. But the blues survive, though it's barely alive. And he'll play you the records to prove it's true. Well, I went to see him because he has all the records that my uncle made back in 1928, 29, 30, 31. In a band from North Carolina called the Red Fox Chasers. Well, I hadn't even heard them all, and I couldn't wait. You know what he told me? Country music died in 1955. Jazz made it to 1934. But the blues survive, though it's barely alive. And he'll play you the records to prove it's true. Now my uncle Guy played fiddle and he wrote the lyrics to a song called A Wreck on the Mountain Road. And they say it was the very first trucker song. That makes it the mother of all trucker songs. Joe told me country music died in 1955. Jazz made it to 1934. But the blues survive, though it's barely alive. And he'll play the records to prove it's true. Joe's been collecting records now for 40, 50 some odd years, right? And his quest has led him all over the South. Knocking on doors way back in the hills and carrying back big boxes of records. Once across a creek with the water up to his mouth, he said, country music died in 1955. Jazz made it to 1934. But the blues survive, though it's barely alive. And he'll play the record to prove it's true. Now my uncle made a record called Making Liquor. It was a comedy skit and I finally got to hear him talk for the very first time, cause he died a few weeks before I was born. Now Joe made tapes of all these records and played country, jazz, and blues all day long, like today. Country music died in 1955. Jazz made it to 1934. But the blues survive, though it's barely alive. And he'll play you the records to prove it's true. Well, Joe says a 78 sounds better than a 33 LP. And 100 times better than a goddamn CD. Well, I forget now why, but when he cranked her way up high, sounded like them musicians were right there in the room. And I began to believe, he said, country music died in 1955. Jazz made it to 1934. But the blues survive, though it's barely alive. And he'll play you the records to prove it's true. So if you all out there listen to country music, so-called, and you ain't heard nothing before 55, well then, You better just knock on the door of old Joe Bussard.
That's great.
And you'll never listen to that modern country music again. Why? 'Cause it sucks. Hey, country music died in 1955. Jazz made it to 1934. Oh, but the blues survive, though it's barely alive. And he'll play you the records to prove it's true. What's he gonna do? He's gonna play you the records to prove it's true. Thank you, Joe.
Yes, sir. Good song. Good one. I like that.
Now you can go to the bathroom.
Oh, well, I'll hold off a little bit.
That constipated you, huh?
Just say I don't want to try to fart.
Or we'll record it if you do.
No, it'll be wash.
Uh-oh.
Mush, it'll be a plotcher.
All right.
Benny Moon.
Well, I've been wanting to do that for a long time, actually perform it for him. I mailed him the cassette after years ago.
I got it up there.
He still got it, see?
Yep.